Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. Today I have a special treat for you. We're going to do an early access map tour of Sprucewood Farmstead. So if this is what you're looking for, please stay tuned. Alright folks, welcome to Sprucewood Farmstead. This is by Matt. As well as the Shanty Boys Map Creations. He's part of that group, so it sounds like this is primarily the work of Matt, but he, I'm sure, had help from the other group. So this is a fabulous map, absolutely fantastic. Based on what I know, it's only to come to PC, but it should have you be able to do cows, chickens, sheep, pigs. There's an animal dealer, grain sell point, a wool sell point, bale sell point, lumber mill, storage silo, and sleep trigger. If you know anything about the Shanty Boys Map Creations, they mostly do kind of forestry maps, but this map, let's hop into the menu here. Let me turn that off first off before that annoys me. If we go over to the map, look at this. You might see this and be like, well, it doesn't look like something I want to play on. But then look, there's farming set up on this map, which is fabulous. So you can buy these different plots down here super cheap. You start off owning this section and this section here. I'm in new farmer mode. You can buy these different plots, which are going to be primarily for forestry. But we'll go take a look at those. We're going to do a nice fly around tour of this area. So there's a lot of different stuff going on if we hop back in the map here. So we have some different equipment, which we'll go over in a second. This is our kind of starting farm area, which has a cow pasture built in, a chicken coop. It has a fuel point, a home trigger, and a farm silo. We're over at the store right now, which we'll take a look at. Then we have a ranch sell point, animal dealer, barn, spinnery, and then we have pigs over here. And to buy that section there is 6,400, and there's also, it looks like, sheep on that as well, which is pretty sweet. So, and then up here you can do your forestry stuff if you wanted to do that. So if you wanted to kind of have a farm or animals in the background and then do some forestry, or you're like kind of on the edge of where you really like farming and you really like forestry, this might be a good kind of blend. It reminds me a lot of the Montana map, actually, except in the Montana map it's probably a little bit flatter, but still. Taking a look at this, up here we have the sawmill and a fuel point up there you can use. It looks like a little bit of a town up there. Now, this is my first time looking at all this, so we'll take a look around. I am in new farmer mode here. We do have contracts on the fields, which is a fabulous feature. Moving over to here, you start off with $100,000, no starting loan. With equipment, we have several pieces of equipment here, which we will look at in a second. And here are your sell points right in here, and we'll take a look at what they sell as we go around to them. Actually, you know what? We'll take a look at them first. So that way we can just kind of go over when we get there. We don't have to worry about hopping in the menu. So taking a look at these guys, we have the ranch sell point, which is going to take wheat, barley, oats, canola, sunflower, soy, corn, sugar beets and potatoes, as well as sugar cane, eggs, and milk. So it's your sell point for those crops there. We do have a barn on here, which is going to take your silage, your grass, your hay, and your straw. And then moving back down here, the sawmill is going to take obviously wood chips as well as your lumber. And then we have a spinnery sell point, which is fantastic, which is going to take cotton and wool. So this is a nice, this is what I'd say is almost an ideal blend between farming and forestry. It's a very well done map. So let's hop, actually we'll take a look at that when we get to the farm. So here is the store that we're at, which is awesome. So you have a cash machine here going into the store there. Moving around here, we have our workshop trigger in the back. So here you have that. We're actually going to go ahead and jump into, just because I love to look at these from above. So let me hop in here. We'll turn that on. We'll slow it down a touch. So, and that's actually get it. So yeah, see, this is such a cool, look at that landscape. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I really want to have a play on this map, if I'm being completely honest. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into here. Let me move up the time to noon so we can see everything a little bit brighter out. So here's your store. We're right here on the cliff edge here. So moving out here, we have fields. These are our farming sections of the map. And these are decent sized fields. And for those of you that are OCD and want square fields, guess what? These are square fields. They're perfect. They're rectangular. Well, I guess they're rectangular would be more accurate, but rectangular or squared, they are perfect for you. A road going down that section there. There's some lighting on it. Fantastic. The edge of the map kind of goes off into the mountain ranges. I like that. That's what you'll see. Obviously, if you come up to the edge, it'll look a little bit different, but as far as everything goes, it looks like a really well done map. Coming this way, we'll head out. Actually, we'll take a look at the starting farm. So you have this dirt trek that goes up here, or you can take that kind of main entrance, that main driveway in here. So we will hop down here. I'm going to go ahead and pop us out of flight mode real quick. All right, so over here you have a grain silo, which is fantastic, just a standard in game one. Moving over here, and actually before we continue, let's take a look in the garage. So starting equipment, you start off with a Case Puma 240 CVX, you have a John Deere 7310R, a John Deere T560, you also have a Scorpion King and a Ponce Buffalo, so you can do forestry right off the bat as well as your farming. Then moving down here, you have a trailer, you have a combine header, you have a cultivator, a decent sized one, 400 horsepower. Okay, yeah, this guy would have no issues pulling that, I bet. I mean, 352, it'd be able to pull it, but that's a big cultivator to start off with. You also have a direct rail seeder, which is fantastic, and you can sell the various animal enclosures. You can sell your grain silo and your sheds, water station, farmhouse, all that. Now, yeah, this stuff isn't super exciting. It's in-game stuff, but the nice thing is you could clear it all out of here. If you didn't want, you're like, I don't want to do chickens. You could clear them out. So you have this nice flat area. You could even, I mean, this section, I'm going to be honest with you, is big enough if you wanted to. You could put another field up here if you wanted to clear all this out and just use this section over here. So you do have chickens available. Over here we have cows as well. So cow pasture there for you, standard in game ones. Combine header, you have the easy shed set up here. Plenty of extra storage space around. Fantastic. Here's your fuel point here. I like that. Awesome. And then you have your farmhouse situated right over here, right on the cliff side, which I love. You can look out over there. Don't drive your tractors off of this. That could be bad. Oh, I'm about to fall. But just that view. This map is incredible. You'd be up here farming and you wouldn't even really kind of feel like you were in an environment like that. Oh, it's fantastic. So we'll go take a look at the rest of that. Let's hop back into flight mode here. All right. So again, your fields, you got plenty of fields, long one in the back there. Everything you can ever imagine. We still have more farming this way to be had as well. So here is your sell point here. This is the ranch, I believe. Yes, this is the ranch and the animal dealer here. So I like this water feature, right? That's just cool. I like the way that's set up. It's got the canoe sitting on there. I'm very much about water features, as you guys know. So anyway, I really like that one. Even just the details like this. There's park benches out here, a flower arrangement. Fantastic. But yeah, you have your ranch sell point right here. Then you have your animal dealer tucked away over here. And these you can access through that roadway there. Coming down here, we'll go down there in a second, but that's the way down to the rest of the map. A water tower here, which is very nicely detailed. And there may be things added to this map. I'm not sure if there is or not, but regardless, this is a fantastic map. Going down here, we have our, this is sheep, right? Yeah, it looks like a sheep. I actually know what a sheep pasture looks like, but here's your sheep pasture there. You got an outbuilding there. You do have the floodlights all around, which is fantastic. That'll make it a lot easier to see what you're doing. Big field down here at the end. I think this is the biggest one, 9? 9 and 10 are definitely the bigger ones, and even then, $5,000, $5,000. Super cheap to buy. Plenty of grass area here. I believe you can buy, yeah, so if you wanted to buy these different sections, you could. You can buy basically any section of this map. So if you wanted to use this for, I mean, you could mow your grass here for your sheep and feed it to them over there. But just, yeah, it's awesome. Over here we have pigs, right? Yes, pigs. So coming out here, I do like this kind of feature where it's like kind of gives the impression it's driven on and kind of mucked up a bit. But here is your pig enclosure here. And then moving out this way, we have another sell point. This is the spinnery. No, this is the barn. That's the spinnery over there. So here's the barn sell point. And then we have the spinnery sell point here. And now I'm going to speed this up a touch because we have a lot to see. This map is fairly large, but there's a lot of cool stuff going on. So here is the treacherous path down into the depths of the valley where you're going to do your forestry. So you could head down this path here. And again, such a terrain difference and a height difference. And again, you could be foresting all this stuff. You can clear all this stuff out. Now, this is a fairly hilly area, but there are definitely some flat spots where you could have some farm setups and stuff if you wanted to change where you're at in the farm. So actually, let me look at the map here. I'm going to get lost. We are going to go, oh goodness. That's probably the connecting route there. If that's a tunnel, that's going to be awesome. Okay, we're going to go check out that in a second. We're going to head up this way and take a look at this part of the map first, and then we'll head back over here. So we'll take a look. We'll take a right here, or left, excuse me. But yeah, so these areas, yes, they're a little bit hilly, but easily farmable. Easily farmable. Easily farmable. All this stuff here is flat enough. You could easily clear it out, clear the forest out, put some fields in here, do some animals, whatever you want to do. There's plenty of that available on this map, which is one of the things I really like about the forestry maps when they do this. And this is cool here. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. That ravine with the water down in it. That is a cool feature. Regardless of whether or not you enjoy forestry maps or not, you can't knock on the quality of this one. This is very well done. This is one of my, man, this is one of my favorite forestry maps now. I wish this one would have come out when I did my start from scratch. I would have considered playing on this one, but you also have areas kind of where you can set up logging camps or do your forestry type stuff. And then look at this bridge. Oh man. Oh, this is so cool. So you have this bridge set up that goes across, which this is incredible. This is incredible. I love this map. That's cool. We will head that way. Actually, no, we'll just keep following the road for now since we're over here. So let's take a look. We'll follow up here. We'll check out this stuff. And then we'll loop back around this way. We'll keep following the main road and head out this way, and we'll take a look. That probably is a bridge then, I would guess, not a tunnel, because I thought this was originally going to be like mountainous, but there's actually a river down there. So that's probably another bridge there. There's probably another one there as well, but we'll go take a look at that. So yeah, we'll follow the main road around, check out this section, come over here, take a look at this stuff over here. And then once we get back here, we will head out and take a look at the final sections of the map. So continuing on, and again, you have these little side tracks that kind of dip off from here and there. But looping around this, I love this. Coming around here, and over here we're, oh man, look at that. Just off in the distance, you have cell points. This map feels huge, absolutely massive. It's not as big as it feels, but it really does feel huge. And part of it's because you feel kind of secluded, kind of like you're up in the mountains. But, oh man, this is great. Coming around here. So you have these little kind of outlets as well, where you could easily start a farm in here, do something down in that was probably, I actually really like the way that looks right here. This kind of little dip out there, I like the way that looks for a farm. But, and again, if you just wanted to do forestry on here, then ignore the top part of the map, come down here and start just doing some forestry. So that equipment's there, and your forestry equipment's going to be out here, by the way. We'll take a look at that once we get there. Again, another section to set up a farm. All sorts of stuff you can do on this map. This is such a cool map. And I do want to test, actually, let's do this. Let's add in some money. Let's go into... I don't have extended placeable on or anything. Let's try to see if this works. Oh, you don't own this land. That's right. I gotta buy it. Okay. Oop, nope. This one. Let's go ahead and buy this. Yes. Okay. And then we're gonna go into here. Yes. Okay. Terrain can't be modified there, so you may not be able to hit that. With extended placeable on, you should be able to get into there. But yeah. Anyhow, I just wanted to take a look at that. So. But I bet you there's a way you could flatten these out if you really didn't want them there for whatever reason. But I think they add them. I think that's kind of the big part of the map. This is cool. This looks really nice. I like this. So you have your lumber mill here, plenty of room to move around. Your sawmill there, pretty common sawmill setup there. Just don't drive off the cliff into the water. Wood chip sell point is back there. Fantastic. You have your fuel point here. It looks like you have a little convenience store next to it as well. And this map as well, if you're like, this is too plain for me, then just add some mods in and do some details. Easy to upgrade this and change it about. There's so many mods out there in the world that you could easily use, especially on PC. Fantastic. You got the dinosaur statue there. They got a pool here set up, it looks like. This is awesome. I like this. This is really well detailed here. Kind of a little trailer park in here. I like that. That's nice. You got a graveyard. Of course you got to have a graveyard out here. But church right there. Very important. I love it though. You have a little town here. Ooh, and this does not go across right here. So this is not a way across, but there is a bridge off in the distance there. So this. Ooh. No getting across there. All right, continuing on. And again, you have plenty of space. Plenty of space. Very wide open map. Coming down here, you have more of that kind of placeable section, which we'll look at that later, but this comes across, and we didn't look at any of this over here. So you have another bridge similar to the one we had on the other side. Coming across here, we have another placeable area up there. Again, this kind of just screams like it's an area for a farm. Is that just a little mud pit in there? Oh my gosh, that's cool. A little swamp section. It's details like that I really enjoy on maps. It's just that extra mile that map makers go to. Man, this is a cool map, guys. I didn't know this is what it was going to look like when I agreed to do the early access tour, and this thing is fantastic. Oh my goodness. I love this map a lot, guys. As you probably can tell, I'm not paid to say any of this or anything like that. It's not like I get paid. I feel privileged to be on this map early to be able to take a look at it for you guys. So this is fantastic. Moving around here, that is back up where we started going up there. I love that, just that huge, it reminds me kind of the hill on Pacific Northwest 19. If you played on that map, there's kind of a switchback that goes down from the top. But yeah, that's what that kind of reminds me of. All right, I'm going to speed us up a little bit more because we're going to go take a look at kind of the final section. So we're going to, let's also just get a really good aerial kind of overlay that doesn't have the trees on there. So you can see that it's not that hilly down there. Yes, there's hills, but it kind of feels more like a natural landscape as opposed to someone just made it flat for the heck of it, so it'd be easier to farm on. It looks like this is a legit landscape. Such a cool layout for a farm too, or for a map. I like it a lot, guys. I can't hide it any further. Oh man, but coming out here, you got more. This is more like a typical forestry map or stuff you'd see on a forestry map. You have just kind of your different outlays and stuff like that, sections to do different things, paths, everything like that. And there's no shortage of trees on here, guys. There's thousands of trees on here. You'll be very busy for a very long time with the trees on this map. I like that. This almost looks like, it just looks like it was blown off, which I like that port, that just, the details like that. Anyhow, I'm losing it, guys. This is a cool map. I'm definitely going to hold on to this and probably, I really want to do a series on it almost. This is a cool map. Man, there's so many things you could do too. I could upgrade the town, all sorts of stuff. Anyhow, that is the end of my map tour. I'm not sure when the actual release date for this is going to be, but here's a quick look at it for you guys. So if you enjoyed, drop a like down below. Leave some love down below for Matt and the rest of the Shanty Boys Map Creations because they did a fantastic job on this map. But anyhow, guys, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on your screen to join the Farmer Crop channel. But yeah, this is all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, thank you. And thank you for coming to watch.